Brown get to this point in the question. So it's got a normal distribution running with mean of 51 and standard deviation of 6. They were trying to find a mark that you'd have to get in a test in order to get an A grade, and they said the top 20% of students got an A grade, so that's why we've got 20% here. So the average, the mean, was 51. Corresponding mean on the Z scale is obviously 0, and we need to find this X value for which students will get an A. In order to get that, we need to find the corresponding Z value first. And we need to use the calculator for this. So if we bring along the calculator. Okay, from the menu, we choose statistics. And then we want distribution, normal, and inverse button. Right, now looking at both of these things, our data is always going to be a variable, so I'll leave that alone or change it. The tail, now the tail, is it to the right or the left? In this question, it's the upper one, it's greater than, or greater than, so it's to the right, the tail is the right, so change that. The probability, or the area of our curve to the right, is 0.2. The standard deviation, now after a Z value, so the standard deviation is always 1, and the mean is always 0 for a Z value. So make sure you don't write those 6 and 51. For a Z value, it has to be standard deviation 1, mean 0. So pop those in, press your blue button a couple of times, and there is the answer for the Z value. So Z equals 0.842. So you can pop that on the diagram if you like, that's 0.842. Now we have to work back and get the corresponding X value. We saw the formula for standardising. That was Z equals X minus mu divided by our friendly standard deviation. So if I put in the values that I do know now, I know the Z, 0.842. I know that the mean for this distribution of X is 51, so I can write X minus 51 divided by the standard deviation, which is 6. Work all this back will give me the X value. So if you need your calculator for that, you'll have to be in run mode and pop that in. So it'll be 6 times 0.842, and then you'll have to add on the 51 afterwards. And the answer is 56.05. So X equals 56.05. So therefore the marks in the test you need to get in order to get an A is 56.05. So more likely that it'll probably a mark of 57 you'd need in order to get an A grade. We're going to be doing a lot of these in the lesson, so make sure you're able to use that button. That's going back, it was menu, statistics, distribution, normal, and the only one I want you ever to use is that inverse normal. Haven't shown you these two because I don't like them and they're confusing to students, so don't press those two. Only ever inverse normal. Other normal questions, remember we do those from the run mode option, F6 probability, F6 again, and we use those P and the R. So that's about it. Don't know what cat's in today. Oh, here's Fluff. She looks thrilled.